Welcome and thanks for watching. I'm really excited to start vlogging about my E36 LS swap, but I kind of want to give you guys a little backstory about why I chose to do it. Always been into cars. My dad always had classic muscle cars. He had a C5 Corvette. My first sports car that I had was a C4 Corvette. I also had a bunch of turbocharged Eclipses. I loved DSMs. I had a 300ZX twin turbo. I had a G35. Then I drove an E36 M3 and fell in love. And since then I've been a BMW guy. I've had an E46 M3, E90 335 and 54.
Your street file, come up.
As well as I had a Maserati Gran Turismo for a couple of years. Most recent car I have now, I have a BMW M235 with that N55 engine in it. Love the style, love the handling. I always wanted an early 90s BMW. So with the help of New Age Hotrods, and I remember seeing their first swap in 2008, New Age Hotrods had a E36 M3 with a supercharged LS6 engine in it, making over 600 horsepower, and that was back in 2008. When I first saw that car, I fell in love. And I wanted to do it myself one day, and I finally have the opportunity to do that. So for 400 bucks, I went to a junkyard and I got a LQ4 6-liter out of a 2500 HD pickup truck. And now this is my first time doing anything like this. So I've had to research and do a lot of different video watching myself to see how to do the build. So I'll share with you guys with some of the things that I've come across, and hopefully it can be useful for you. All the videos that I saw were very helpful, but there were some things that they did not include along the way that I had to figure out myself. So hopefully I can share that stuff with you guys to help fill in some of the gaps if you're going to do an LS swap. So the reason I got an LQ4 6-liter instead of a 4.8 or a 5.3 mainly was because I wasn't sure about what I was getting with a 4.8 or 5.3. The engines, unless you actually look at the pistons themselves, you can't tell if it's a 4.8 or 5.3 on the side of the block. It says 4.8/5.3, so I didn't want to play a guessing game. Also, the larger displacement does provide more horsepower. If you were going to go NA, which I wasn't sure at the point when I bought the motor what I'm going to do, so I said, you know what, 6-liter is the best way to put it. So I ended up getting a 6-liter. After taking apart the front end, I sold the accessories for 400 bucks. I essentially got the engine for free. Gonna go with Camaro F-body accessories in the front, just so it helps fit in the E36 a little bit better. After taking the heads off, I saw that the block just needed to be cleaned. Some good old WD-40 and a Scotch-Brite pad fixed that, and cleaned up pretty nice. So next is to get ARP head bolts, LS9 head gasket, LS7 lifters, new push rods, and new timing chain, new oil pump. Brian Tooley's Stage 1 Turbo Cam is coming up next. This is my first engine swap. So an LS-based engine is probably the best way to go if it's going to be your first swap. It is extremely easy to work on. It's very simple. There's a lot of support. There's tons of videos and tutorials on how to work on an LS engine. So to me, it's a no-brainer to take a great engine and platform that's easy to work on, especially for someone like me who's doing a swap for the first time, like an LS engine, and put it into something that just looks great, is built well, and that handles great in a BMW. So we're putting the two together, and this is a GMW. I'm not the first person to do this. I definitely won't be the last, but hopefully if you guys follow my channel here, you'll see why I did it, and maybe it'll entice you to actually to do a swap yourself. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.